Hello, all you wonderful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to do the Maremi Jumbo cards number 8. And the prompts are blooms and text. So, I'm cutting out the flower that I found in my Botanica book. And first of all, I'm gonna heat up the spine with my heat tool, because if you heat up the spine, then the glue is gonna get hot, and then you can just take the page out easily without ripping. You can see it's coming loose already. When it's all the way loose, I'm good to go. But it makes it easier for me to cut the images, especially the ones that are close to the spine. You see me the last part just ripping it off because there was nothing special there. So this is from the book Vintage Chronicles, as you can see, Botanica. And I'm cutting out these two images. They are purplish pinkish, and I only want the two images. I don't want the rest. So those ones are going back into the book, and then I can just cut out my two flowers. Then I'm taking my jumbo card, trying to put back all the rest inside. And it's not going the way I want it to go. So first of all, this is my jumbo card, and I'm taking my scripping tool. I've been having this tool for a very long time now. It's from Prima Marketing, and for me is a very handy one. It has all kind of tools inside that I can use. So here I'm just scraping the card so that is not shiny anymore, and it's easier for me to stick on things with glue. And I'm just checking how I want the flower, and I'm speeding it up a little for you because nobody likes to just watch me fuzzy cut my flowers, but I'm fuzzy cutting them both out. I'm keeping the stem because I don't know how long and where the flowers are going to be, and maybe I still need the stem to go down on my paper. So first of all, I'm going to take the two flowers, put them aside, and I'm going to take book paper, and I want it ripped and don't want it all the way to the back, so I'm just folding where I want it to start, folding the sides and folding the back so that I can see how big from there it is, and from there I can start cutting and ripping. So the first two parts is the smaller lines I'm going to cut, and then the longer line, that is where I'm going to rip. And that small piece is all that I need. And I'm going to glue it with my clear gesso from Prima Marketing. Taking some of the gesso on my spatula, and I'm putting it on the back of the book paper, and then I'm gluing it down. And then also on top. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do on top of the paper and the card. So this is going to be my first layer, the book paper. Doesn't have to be a thick layer, but enough for me to work on. Then I was having the idea to use my oxide inks, and I'm using the walnut stain. I prefer that one. It's a little bit darker and I like it a lot. And first of all, I'm going to do all the sides and everything. And then I cut off the excess paper. Then I spray it with my water, not much, just a little. And then I go over it with my gesso again. This will also, like the water, spread it out, so it gives me double reaction. Then of course I have to dry it, because if I don't and I want to do other things on top, then I still have the wet layer and the oxide ink is still gonna move around then. And then I had the idea of using some paper on top with flowers and butterflies. It will turn transparent when you put it on top, so I'm going to put it on the top of the card all the way. And I'm also going to put the gesso on top. You can rip this paper, it's a collage paper, very thin paper. You can easily rip it off, and then I'm going to put the gesso on top. It will make it transparent. You can see through the paper then. It's a very thin collage paper. Drying it again. Then I'm making sure all the spots that I didn't touch with the gesso, that I also do them. All the excess paper, I'm cutting them off on all these sides because I don't need them anymore. And then I'm going to use my flower on top, and of course the edge distress it with the walnut stain again. The flower, I'm also distressing it on the side so that you don't see the white edge where I fuzzy cut it. It has dark edges already, so you will not really see the walnut stain on top. And this I'm also going to glue with the gesso. The big flower goes on top of the card, all the way above, I mean. And then also the gesso on top, thin layer. And I make sure that I'm touching all the edges from the flower. And then the small one also. And the small one, I'm placing it down on the more left side. Overlap a little bit. So also on the back, I'm putting the gesso. I'm putting the gesso. And of course also on top of this flower. A very thin layer of gesso, because I'm still going to shadow a little bit. And if you have a layer to with gesso on top, first of all it protects the paper and it makes it easier for you to shadow and draw on top where you want, because the surface is smoother. So you can see I'm really putting thin layers, because there's already, I don't know how many layers that I put on top. So each layer I want to make it very thin, not too thick. And you can also see first, because this is a transparent gesso, but this gesso, if you put it, you will see the white. Then when it gets dried, you see it get more transparent, because like now it's still a little bit milky, a bit white, and you can see when I heat it up that everything is getting clear again. So now I'm going to look for my text, because that's the second prompt. And with my tattered lace distress oxide ink, I'm going over the white, and then I'm placing it there so that I can put it later, because the oxide ink has to dry. Now with my pentel brush, I'm going with two colors, with the pink and the black, and I first draw on my glass mat, and then with my water brush I pick the color up because it dilutes it a little bit, and so I can shadow with the pink and the black. The pink I will spread it more out, and then the black will go very close to the edge and not so much being spread out. So that's what you see me doing here. I speed it up a little bit for you. Then I'm also the stamps from the flower, make it a little bit more visible with the color and with the white dots. And then I'm taking my Posca for some splatters. So I love splatters. And then all I have to do is put my text where I want it. So I'm gonna glue it down with some Dutch Doobadoo glue. I'm gonna put it on the left side, in the a little bit in the middle, both offset, so it's more pleasant to the eye when you do it in offset, the placement. First of all, I have to dry, of course, but when it's really dry, then I can use the Posca pen to go so I'm doing it with black, a little edge around it, and that is all I did. So thank you very much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. And I do hope you consider to like, subscribe and share my video, as it helps the algorithm. This is my jumbo card 8. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye!